Hi there. So I'm ready to go live with you guys today with the Weirdie of the 30th of January. So this is gonna be really interesting and fun, and we're gonna have a great time with it. I'm just gonna adjust my my set here. I'm gonna go with the same as I had yesterday, more or less. I have a few little changes. Just the minor changes in the sequence, but otherwise it's more or less the same. So I think I'm gonna go with that once again. I was actually gonna add some, but I think this is enough for what we're gonna do. Hi everyone, hi Diana, you shared, awesome. Hi Bev, hi Tina, hi Beverly. Awesome to see you guys, and welcome to the video of today. I've had a busy day. Earlier today I was coloring on the Patreon, and I did this one. This is a Weirdie for volume 20. I did this one earlier today. Hi Felicia, nice to see you. And actually Victoria colored with me, so she really wants me to show you. She did this one from the collection. So we had quite a lot of fun this afternoon with coloring, and now we're here. Hi Carol, hi Felicia. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's for volume 20. It's a new generation Weirdies. It's the next 12 books of Weirdies I'm working on, and I'm working on making the cover art, and I'm doing that on the Patreon. So yeah, this is pretty cool, and I think I'm going to go with the same concept as I did with this one. Because with this one, I decided I'm just going to find one starting point, and then everything is going to flow from that. And I chose this one as the starting point. So this was the first one, and everything else is built out from that. And I'm going to use that concept for this one as well, that I'm going to start one place, and then hopefully everything will flow from that one place. Oh, great that you shared. If someone can share to color Weirdie a day, it would be wonderful. I'm gonna make my starting point here, and then hopefully everything will flow from this point on. So this is where we're gonna start. This one is not as obvious with one starting point as the other one was, but I'm gonna try to see if I can make it happen. It does take a little bit more time to do it, but yeah, Victoria was so happy. It was so nice to get her company, because most of my patrons were sleeping at the time because it was 5 a.m. in the US. So not the best time, but it was the time that I could make the video. So yeah, this is my little starting point, and then we're just going to flow from there. Hi Walter, nice to see you. Hope everything's fine with you. So yeah, I'm going to start here, and then I'm just going to let it flow out. And then we're going to see where we end up. So I'm going to go in all directions with the second color here. I'm going to start here with this one. So we're just going to see how this will flow out for us. It's going to be interesting, I think. It's going to be fun. And this one is a sort of like a hypnotic Weirdie, the hypnotizer Weirdie, because of those eyes up there that are pretty crazy. Actually, I should have started with them as well, but I haven't. I think I'm going to reserve them for the end, for the grand finale. And I've been looking a little bit at my extras, my own collection of these style files, so I hope if I run out of any that maybe I'll be able to replace it. We just have to keep our fingers crossed on that one, and then see what happens. So we'll just yeah, go with the flow, and we'll get going with it. And I think there's 21 or 22 colors in this sequence that I chose. It's also saving a bit on the colors if I'm just using a lot. And it's also nice to see a lot of colors in the piece. So I'm having fun with that, and then we're just gonna work our way out from here and see where we're gonna end up. I think it's gonna be fun. to work our way out from the middle here. Hi, Crystal. Nice to see you. Yeah, you probably have to. I'm just gonna check if I am on my own internet or not. If it jumped off, so I'm gonna go and I'm just switching the internet connection because it might be fuzzy because it was on the library. It's because mine is connected with the wire, so that should connect in a few seconds. It's sort of like it's looking for it. I'm hoping that it hasn't totally stopped. Yeah, now it should be on. Please let me know if this is better. I think it probably went off for a little second because it was looking for my own. I don't know why it jumps off and chooses the library. I have no idea why it does that because it is set to prefer my own network, my own connection. But it seems to mess me about a bit on this one. He seems to prefer the library, which is kind of rude when he's supposed to prefer our own. So I hope if it sort of stalled or anything, I hope, restart the video or reload the page. I hope that will help. Now at least it is connected with the cable to my box, which is better. If you just go over the Wi-Fi, you can get disturbances. So it should be, I hope it will be stable. So yeah, that's the second color, and we'll just see it splash out and develop from here, and hopefully it will be interesting and fun. And we had a great time today. Victoria stayed home because yeah, you all know, all of you who were here yesterday, you know that it was kind of a nightmare to get her to go to bed yesterday. So I'm just hoping that she will. We talked a lot about it today, that because she really wants to be in school tomorrow. So we talked a lot about it, that she has to really go to bed and sleep when I say so. And now she's in bed and she was allowed to read a little bit to get her more tired. She's been very busy today with writing, and she's been drawing cartoons with 28 different scenes in the cartoon, and she even wrote a long piece after the cartoon finished to sort of explain what will happen in the next cartoon, an appetizer, a little appetizer for the next cartoon. So she's been quite productive. And then she was writing a long piece on a paper, practicing to write, that she's going to bring to her teacher. It wasn't my idea, it was her own idea. She just came and showed me what she had written. Because she wants to show her teacher that she wasn't like just goofing off when she was at home, that she was actually also doing something. So that's nice that she thinks like that. I wouldn't have thought like that when I was her age. I think I would have just goofed off. But she just wanted to show him, and she says this is something we don't do in class, and I think maybe it could be a good idea that we do this also. So yeah, she's a little Miss Perfect today. I definitely understand why she's the teacher's pet. She's so sweet. So yeah, I understand why her teacher really loves her and thinks that she's so perfect. So that's good. Good on her. Yeah. And this was where I was going to continue here. And I think that I'm going to continue up here, so that will flow down. So yeah, we're actually getting started quite a few places from having that one starting point, and we are already on to several places. So it is developing, and it's a fun way to see it develop just from one starting point and just see what happens. So I'm hoping that we will. Well, retroventilerne. Okay. Du skal til at så. Hvad for en?
Fordi når min finger bevæger sig, så får jeg kram.
Hvorfor?
Fordi jeg krampe i fingeren. Det er den her.
Hvordan har du fået krampe i fingeren?
Jeg har bare rigtig ondt.
Jamen, det er nok fordi du har, det tror jeg ikke et plaster vil hjælpe på, skat. Det er bare fordi du har brugt hånden meget, du har skrevet og tegnet rigtig meget i dag. Så det er nok meget godt, du skal sove nu og slappe af. Ja, men et plaster vil ikke hjælpe på, at du mener, at du har... Det vil ikke gøre nogen forskel. Nej, nu skal du til at sove. Du må læse den der historie færdig, og så er det slut. Ikke? Sorry about that. I was Victoria. She thinks that she has a cramp in her finger. So she was asking if she could put a band-aid on it. And I'm like saying it won't make any difference to put a band-aid on your finger just because of a cramp. She probably colored and wrote too much. Funny. She's a funny one. So yeah, and now she's reading Donald Duck. And I told her that she could finish the story that she's on, and then it's over for today. So let's hope that that works out for her. Because I really, I don't want to fight in the morning. And I know that she really wants to be there tomorrow, so it would be good for her to go to sleep now. Hi, Bev. So yeah, I'm getting started with this one, and yeah, I had promised, because this is like the last day that we could go to the buffet, where it was like a half price, because tomorrow I can't, because I have to go to the parents' meeting, and so then it's not possible to go there at the hour that we need to be there to get the cheapest price. So we went there today, and we ate so much. So the first couple of hours after that, because we went early, we were both like totally raw because we eat so much there. That was nice. And so we were like really full and just chilling. And I finally got the first of my recipes uploaded. I've fallen behind on a lot of stuff. So I got the first recipe uploaded, then tomorrow I'll put up the next one. And hopefully soon the results from week number 2 will be in. I mean, it's like a little bit late, always late. I just, I'm waiting to see the results and hear what the results are. I'm so curious. But anyways, I got the first one uploaded. And the Weirdie of the 28th, and when I'm finished here, I have to do the Weirdie of the 29th, put it on my blog as well, and then move on. So yeah, something's going on. It's definitely, there's something happening, so that's good. And yeah, so finally I got that done. I have to upload a lot of videos, also the speed videos, both to the Facebook here and to the color Weirdie a day. But I have already created them, so I'm getting close to being able to upload it and be up to date again with everything. So that's going to be good. So this one is more reddish. So I'm hoping I switched this one out. I had one that was terracotta, but it was very brownish. And I found like a light vermilion that is more like in between red and orange, because there really is only one orange. And I could use a couple of orange colors. But they're pretty close. But you will see it well in the scan, the distinction between the shades, I think. I know that they're close, probably on the camera when you see them, they will probably look very close to each other, but they're not the same, so yeah, this is good. This is gonna be pretty. So yeah, it was a nice day we had today together. Well, I think we always have nice days together, but it was really nice that she came in, and she was super fast with the coloring. She started later than me, and she finished like in a jiffy. And she was coloring with the Tiger Twin markers next to me. And that was nice to sit and color next to each other and see her piece developing as well on the paper. So I was happy that she came in and did that and joined me, and I had some company there also with her. And I hope that she will do that more, because it really is nice to do it together. But of course she can't on these because it's too late. I think maybe, you know, a weekend where she's home, not this weekend because she won't be home. Then maybe, you know, I'll do it an hour earlier. Then maybe she can join us if she wants to, of course. I mean, it'll be if she's in the mood to join us, of course. So this is looking good. This is a nice red. And I think here I'm going to start out here because that sort of fits with the flow there. It's looking good. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely as lovely can be. So yeah, this is the hypnotizing Weirdie. And how have you guys been? Hi Anne, nice to see you. How have you guys been? Anything special going on or happening, or what's your take on this Weirdie? Do you think he's a hypnotizing Weirdie too? Or how do you see him? Maybe I should look at him the other way around a bit. Have a little look at what it's like. If I see it upside down, I might change my mind about the hypnotizing thing. So, and we are up on almost 52 days watched. So that means 114 days still needs to be watched on that YouTube channel. So please keep on rolling with the YouTube channel. We do only have 717 subscribers, so that it is a problem. It poses a slight issue, but it's very difficult to gain followers, subscribers, I see. And yeah, I'll try to do whatever I can. I really want to reach those 1,000 before the 20th of February, so that I don't roll out of that partner program, because it will mess up my videos a lot. So it will be really, really bad if that happens. But of course, you know, I mean, I can't control everything. I can only do my best and try. Hi, Rose. Nice to see you. Oh, you were watching the replay on the Patreon. I think the Patreon one went so well today. I think and it was just so pretty when I scanned it. It looked so good. I was so excited about coloring that one also, because I just thought he was really cool. Oh, Julie, you've been to work. Now it's time to chill and relax. That 4-letter word. Ooh. So yeah, now we're moving on with this, and I'm going in here first. This is the dark wine red. It's a very lovely red, and it is very dark. So this is lovely. I'm just gonna do here. And my copy paper still did not arrive. So, you know, I'm hoping that it will arrive very soon. I do have my normal copy paper, a little bit left still for the first ones of February. but I do really need the paper to arrive so that I can print out all of the ones from February. So I'm hoping that it will arrive ASAP. Also because I did order some that was a little bit heavier. So I'm hoping maybe, that will work with some of the water things when I see the paper quality. But of course, I don't know exactly. It was very cheap. I think it was a mistake on their website, but that's their mistake, not mine. Because all the other ones, this one was a 200 grams ones, and it cost under half of what the 160 and 120 grams ones they cost. So I think it's definitely a mistake. But if it's their mistake, it's not really my problem. It went through on that price. So I'm just yeah, I'll hold them to that. Yeah, it was really nice. It's a new generation of Weirdies as well. So yeah, it was a cool one. A very cool one. So yeah, enjoying that. And we got lots of them coming. So I mean, I have to do 12 covers of 7 drawings. So that's 84 drawings from the new 12 books of Weirdies that are for next year. So those I'm coloring there. So that's good. Coloring the Mandala 2 cover. Coloring the Weirdie Dala 3. Then there'll be the big book of frames too, and with the filled frames also. And there will be those tiny egg books of Easter. Hopefully I'll get them put together soon so that we can commence, start with them. Then I will be, also there will be another book of spheres at some point. So yeah, there's definitely stuff going on. It's happening. Oh, you gotta cook. Then you get to chill. Well, Julie, happy cooking. What are you gonna cook? Oh no. That is not good that it's freezing. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what to do because I did fix the connection. Maybe try to reload the page. Maybe my connection just sucks today. I don't know, but normally I have a very good one. Because here, of course, I don't see it because I see it straight from the camera, I think. So I can't really see if it's freezing up or acting up. And the only thing I could do was to get on that with the cable, and I am on with the cable. So there's not really a lot of other things that I can do on my end. Sorry about it. But it could help to reload the page, or maybe if you're downloading or streaming at the same time, maybe that can have an effect on your viewing quality. I know that can have an effect on it. So maybe if you are running videos on my channel, you need to take a break on running the videos while the live is on, because that might the streaming might interfere. I'm not sure, but there can be little things interfering in the bandwidth. Oh my God, I sound like such a pro, don't I? And I have no idea what it means, all of it, but I've picked up the words. So yeah, I think This one, yeah, that would be next one. So yeah, going on, and this is a dark purple, I think. And then that one I will start here. And then we're going in here. So, you know, even that there's only one starting point, it is still developing out instead of, you know, having several starting points. It does take longer because with several starting points, you are going through faster, but, you know, you will get there. It will just be a slightly different result. And then you have that unique flow that you start at one place. And I actually kind of like that. And I do try sometimes if I can see a place, like, you know, with the one that I did earlier today, it was very obvious that that was a very good point to get a flow through the whole drawing. This one is not as obvious, so this one you have to sort of, you know, mess with it a little bit, you know, in order to get it to fit to that purpose. But, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. I always say we'll get there. So yeah, that is, it's just nice to see that flow. And I had this idea that I'm gonna like look through all the speed videos, and then I'm gonna send to Viking, who gave me the style file. I'm gonna send them the speed videos, or link to the speed videos where I'm using their markers, so that they can see what I did with it. Maybe, hopefully, they will want to sponsor a little bit more. That would be neat, wouldn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm also gonna do that to Chameleon. I'll probably draw a few more using the chameleons. Maybe try to use the color tops, and, you know, before I send them links, so that they can see that I used it. Because those are the two companies that already gave me markers, so they're probably more in, you know, they would like to see what I've done with their product and how I'm using it, and you know, hopefully they will like what I'm doing and will want to continuously help me or become sponsors of color Weirdie a day with their markers, so that I won't run out. So, you know, that would be really nice. So I'm thinking that that is the plan so far, that I'm going to try to do that. So I'll probably be coloring these days a little bit with the chameleons and a little bit with style files, so that I have a few more links that I can send them with videos where their brand is featured a little bit, and hopefully they will like that. Oh, stuffed peppers. Is it also, is it freezing? Oh, it's not good that it's freezing. I don't know what to do about that. This one will develop all the way up here. So when it gets there, then it will go up there. So yeah, I have a plan here with this, just to make sure that I'm not messing it up. But I've got that. And here is this one. Yeah, this is good. So the hypnotizer Weirdie is well on his way. He's on his way to hypnotize us all into saying, color a Weirdie a day. It keeps the stress at bay and sends smiles your way. Color a Weirdie a day. So yeah. Exactly. I will. And you know, when they go to my fan page, they can see that I have over 5,000 followers. So it's not like that, you know, I have a lot on the fan page. So I'm hoping that that also will play a role. That maybe, you know, it would just be nice. It would just be very nice. So let's just hope So we'll just see. I'll try. All you can do is try. You know, the worst that can happen is that they're not interested, and so what? It doesn't matter if they're not interested. Then I'm still doing my project. But you know, you can just try and see, and maybe. And I think, you know, if I can get one or two in, and you know, have them sponsor, then maybe it's easier for others to follow the lead, and also get in on it, because you know there's room for quite a few, because of course I'm not going to color with the same every day, because it's a whole year project. So um, there's room for more if they accept that there's room for everyone. When I'm where I'm concerned, I don't want it to be exclusively for some few brands, and I will also still continue to color with the ones that I own myself and that I bought myself. So if they can accept that, then it's fine, and they can be a part of the project. And if they can't, then I'll probably still color with the markers that I have from them. But you know, I don't want any conditions on how I do this. So that won't be acceptable. If one company says, "Oh, I will sponsor you with this and this markers," if you only color with my brand, then I will say no, thank you. So that's going to be like that. Because this is going to be open for everyone. It's open for all people to participate in, and it's going to, hi Heather, and it's going to be open for all markers or all colored pencil brands, all of them, to be able to be a part of it. No one's excluded. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. I'm getting out of the picture. Maybe I need to put it a little bit more like that, then I can get it further towards me. Victoria, du skal sove nu. Jeg overhovedet ikke høre, hvad du siger. Yeah, I have to say it, because if I say nothing, she'll just be really quiet. Hvad siger du? Det var godt, skat. Har du børstet tænder? Det var godt. Nå ja, det gjorde du før. Det kan jeg godt huske nu. So yeah, I just had to remind her that it's sleeping time, and she's supposed to turn off the light and all that, and she's doing it now, so that's good. Then we'll see when she will come in next and say, hello, hello, I can sleep. So yeah, I'm thinking this will be some pretty colors. En lille krammer. Godnat. Vil du sove godt, skat? Kan du sige good night all? Have a nice evening. Okay, good night. Ja, så skal du børste tænder igen efter. Ja. Men ja, så må du tage en kiwi, men du skal børste tænder igen. Okay, so now she's hungry. Oh my god. Now it starts. I thought it was too easy, the one where she said, oh, I'm going to sleep now. Yeah, I knew it was too easy. It was too easy. Definitely too easy. Yeah, I know, Julie. Hi, Christina. Yeah, so definitely. But you know, some of them, if they're clever, you know, they might want to do a giveaway or something. But you know, now the first goal is to just even get them to notice me. They have to notice me first, notice what I'm doing, and then hopefully they will like it and think that it's worth sponsoring. And also that way they get material that they can actually share on their social medias, material that is relevant with their markers involved. Because of course I'll send them the links to the speed videos so that they can actually share those on their own social media or websites or wherever they want, which is good material for them. So I'm hoping that that will help us get somewhere. So let's see. You know, you can always try. There's nothing wrong with trying. But you know, I try to always keep my expectations low, because then you get less disappointed. Nej, du skal gøre det her. Du skal gøre det hurtigt. Du skal ikke bare gå op til bedsen. Du kan spise dem her, og så går du i seng. Ikke? Og du skal ikke se på noget imens, eller noget som helst. Det er jo godt. Det lyder godt. So, next blue. Yeah. That's that brilliant blue that I really like. I get surprised every time I see it. It's just such a nice color. Such a lovely color. Exactly. Exactly, they skyrocketed. So, washing horse tails. That sounds like fun. Yeah, my YouTube views have skyrocketed on the Weirdies. So that's good. We need to keep them skyrocketing because we're still a long way from the goal, but we are moving closer and closer. We are up on almost 52 days watched, not 52 hours, 52 days. And the goal is 166.6. Actually, that was what I calculated. That 4,000 hours equals 166.666 days. So a kind of funny number to come out with. Good thing I'm not superstitious. So yeah, we still got a lot of views to get done. But the most troubling, I think, right now is also, I mean, the views are coming in all the time, but the most troubling is that this with the subscribers. It's really proving hard. I can also see that my cousin and her husband didn't go in and do it. A little bit disappointed in that, but you know, that's the way it is. Some people will just say, "Oh yeah, we'll do it," and then they will, even when you ask, they say, "Oh yeah, of course I did it," but they didn't. And then they think that you won't notice. I will notice. I notice everything. But of course I will be polite and not say anything. Even though that, yeah, it's a little bit disappointing because they're family, they should do it. You know, if I say this is something that I need, then they should do it. Do it, do it, do it. But maybe I'll coerce Victoria into making them do it while she's there. She can ask, why is mommy's playlist not running? You know, she needs the views and you said you were gonna help. Nah, I wouldn't make her say anything like that. That would be unfair to her if I make her the messenger. No. So this is nice. It's a lovely one. I love this color too. You know, this color next to the other one is really nice combination of colors. This is also another nice thing about trying them out like this and putting them down, that you see them next to each other and you can see how nice an effect they can have together. You know, it's really dirty. Okay, then it's no fun. Is anybody else having problems with the live viewing, or is it just Bev right now? Please comment how you are viewing it if you're also having trouble. Um, Maybe Facebook is being weird. That would be awesome, Christina. I think you can just use the Google account if you have a Google account. Otherwise, you just have to make a Google password or something like that. Then it is, yeah. But if your husband can help you, it would be perfect. Because I really need as many subscribers as possible. I need to reach 1,000 by the 20th of February. Otherwise, I go off that partner program, and then I will have big problems making the speed videos because I won't be able to upload my daily videos from Facebook because they're too long. I will lose the capability of uploading videos longer than 15 minutes. So I'm really worried about that. It's not because of monetizing or anything like that, because it is not that important with that, because you make so little on YouTube anyways. It takes forever to make just anything. So it's really the practical side of being able to make the videos and make the speed videos for the color Weirdie a day. And of course, it will also affect my ability to live stream from YouTube, which I'm using on the Patreon. So there's there's several elements involved in it that if I lose those partnership things, then I'm a little bit fucked, to be honest, with a lot of the things that I'm doing. And that is not nice. That would not be nice. We can't have that, can we? I'm just going to continue that one down here. So we're already moving down here as well. So it's flowing out nicely from the center. So yeah, it's a nice starting point I made there, I think. Wow. How long can it take to eat 2 kiwis? Hvor lang tid tror du det tager at spise dem? Er de godt?
Ja.
Det var godt, skat. It's not as much fun if you can't like watch something while you're eating them. So oh, this is good. This is really good. It's gonna be cool. Cool. So this is looking good. I'm loving the colors. Ah, snotty, snotty, snotty. Yeah. It's annoying that I can't see how it looks because I'm no trouble. Okay, no problems there. No trouble there, not at the moment. I do time to time, I don't know. Okay. I submitted the first one. I submitted today. I don't want to submit them on the same day because I want to like have them separated a bit. So the next one that I did on Monday, I will submit tomorrow. I will make that blog tomorrow. But I did make the first one today. I'll share the link so that you guys can see it. Some pretty pictures. It was really good. It was the first one that I put in. The first entry is the trio, cucumber trio of starters, where I made that puff pastry nest with the cucumber and shrimp salad inside. It was really fresh, the salad, because the cucumber and the dill and the sour cream and just a little hint of mayo, mayonnaise. It was very, very fresh. So that was very nice. And then I made a cold cucumber and fresh herbs soup that was sort of in the middle. And and that was a very fresh taste to have little sips. Now you're färdig? Yeah. To have the sips of that in between. It was very refreshing. And the last was like a tower of cucumber, where I had like a cucumber ring, and then inside of that I had like a very light goat's cream cheese that I mixed up with the smoked salmon and cucumber, small cucumber cubes and chives. So that was sort of inside of that cucumber thing, and then there was a round, perfectly round slice of salmon on top of it. It was just perfect. It tasted so good. Really, really good. And the best part was when I took the cooking ring off, it didn't break. It didn't like go up or anything. It worked. So I was really happy about that because that's always the jumping point, you know. But the goat cheese worked with sticking it together. So I did get some quite okay pictures of it. And it was a really nice combination because you had that fresh cold soup with that fresh taste in between, so that you sort of got cleansed the palate a little bit between the fresh shrimp salad, and then the salmon and goat's cheese. So it really worked as a trio very well, and it looks pretty awesome. Looks very sophisticated, I hope. I know it probably doesn't look Michelin sophisticated, but it looks sophisticated enough. I'm gonna have to blow my nose because I'm sniffling and sniffling and sniffling all the time. Sniffling is so annoying. Seems to be more or less a constant that I have a cold constantly. I'm hoping that the cold season will start soon, because for me it started already in September. End of September it started. So I've been like sniffling September, October, November, December, and now January, and we will soon be in February. I want it to stop. I want it to stop. Let's hope it stops soon. So, yeah. Yeah, it was really good. And the second one was like perfect also. But that's a whole other dish. It's a Thai-inspired one with the scallops and a glass noodle salad with a cucumber and tomatoes and red onions and coriander, fresh coriander, and a very spicy dressing I made, a very, very spicy one. So it definitely kicks. There was a huge kick in that one. So that one I will be uploading tomorrow as my second entry. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased about it. I am pleased, very pleased. Of how far I've come, and that I finally got it uploaded today. I just didn't have the time yesterday. I didn't have the time the day before either, so okay. Now I have to make a decision. It's decision time here of what to do. If I should start this here or if I should wait until I'm down there and then start it going up there. I'm thinking of what I would prefer. I'm actually thinking that I prefer that it will start there and work its way up. So I'm gonna wait. Gonna wait with that until we get there actually. Otherwise I can always backtrack if I need to do that. But I actually think that would work best for me. This is also a lovely green. So yeah, it's going very well. This one is soon full. I think it would be nice to see it a little bit on the other side because it's also really lovely like this. It just gives it a whole other dimension, makes it a new drawing, new image. So I always love to turn them upside down, and this is lovely, isn't it? It's crazy that we're so close to the 1st of February and so close to that. And tomorrow will be the last day of January, Weirdies. And today, after finishing this video, I'll be uploading our first drawing for the 1st of February. So be sure to get it, and be sure to get all the Weirdies from January so that you have them all before I delete them. No, I'm not allergic to Weirdies, that's for sure. Yes, I'm using them in the same sequence. I did switch out the dark orange, the terracotta one. The one that have this one, I switched out with a light vermilion. And then I switched out one of the pinks. I put an extra pink, a different pink in. I think this one I put in one that is slightly darker here. Where you can see this one is a little bit lighter. I don't know if that was a mistake or not, but I did that. And then I changed the order of the greens to make more sense. And that's actually all I did change. That's what I changed. So it's just a slight, like 3 or 4 changes. I changed the order of the greens. I switched out the one pink for a darker pink because I thought that it would be closer to the purple. And then I took out the terracotta, replaced that with a vermilion light that is a little bit more like orange instead of so brown. So that's the changes that I made in the sequence of colors, because I just thought that it would be a little bit more flowy, and I do think that that is working for me. So I do like the other sequence, was really lovely too, but you know, it's nice to switch it up so that it's not exactly the same. And now I took out my box with my own collection of the style files, so I'm gonna like see if I can make a whole new sequence. It's lovely to see it this way a little bit now. Now it's still hypnotizing down here, but it's still like a very different image that we're getting, because up here, when you see it like this, then this part is very dominant. But when you see it like this, then I actually think that this is taking a more dominant role. So it's interesting. It's interesting how it's working. I like that. It's actually pretty lovely. I think I'm gonna put that on here. So yeah, I think we're gonna go full blast on this one. There's 2 more left. Yeah, we're gonna get into the yellow again before we are done with this one. So that's nice that we're getting all the colors on in the middle one also. They're beautiful colors. Beautiful colors, and they are so nice and uniform once they dry up. And when I scan them, they just look perfect. So yeah, I'm enjoying that a lot. And now that Victoria's not here in the weekend, then hopefully I can catch up. I mean, there's a lot of video work that I want to do for having when we finished the whole January. Want to make a few surprises for some of you guys, and I also want to. I have to update on the Redbubble as well. I have every time, you know, saved the right files and stuff, but I have to update there. But hopefully I will have some quality working time this weekend. I haven't talked with boyfriend, so I don't know what his plan is, but I'll probably also see him. Depends what his work schedule is like, but I'll most likely see him. He's a bit annoyed with his work schedule, that he's always also working. I mean, he was not supposed to work every weekend, and he feels like he's on every weekend, and that was not the deal with the job. So he's not really, he's annoyed with that it's every weekend. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. So this one I'm going to continue down here. This is the second. Let's just hope that it's, yeah, I think the order, these 2 might have been in another way, but yeah, I think I'm getting closer to getting the greens in the right. But you know, next time I'll probably switch up all the colors and choose some different ones. So, you know, this is like working through it. So yeah, this is nice. It's nice to start there, and then everything develops from that point on. I like that. And I haven't backtracked once. So that is also fun. I could have, but I didn't. So we're switching it up a bit. And yeah, it's probably going to be a longer video because it takes a little bit longer if you have only one starting point. But I mean, it's still the same amount that needs to be colored. So I don't know how much longer that actually takes. I don't care. I just, you know, when you're doing it, it's nice to do it well. There's no reason to do it half when you can do it a way that you find satisfying. And I really do find satisfying this one starting point. I think that's a very nice feeling to see that everything sort of evolved from one place in one color, and then it just moved on in all directions, and I like that feeling, especially with the rainbow thing that I'm working on. So yeah, we're getting further and further. Oh, and then we're stretching our back, and then I'll see what I figure out for tomorrow. We'll see what time I come home after the breakfast in school thing. Breakfast in school. Yeah. It's not everything I can be a happy camper about. But it's okay. It's alright. And this one, it will have to wait until it comes out here, and then it will continue that flow down there. I think that will be lovely. Hvad præcis foregår der, Victoria? Okay. So yeah, now it's the toilet time. It's always something. And it's actually already 10:30. And it was only 8:30 when she went to bed, and she had already brushed her teeth and everything. So from 8:30 to 10:30, that's like 2 hours that it's been taken so far. So yeah, I just gotta stay patient, I guess. I have a friend, she doesn't have bedtimes for her kids. She just lets them drop whenever they drop. And then sometimes her daughter will fall asleep strange places because, you know, she says, no, I'm not going to tell her to go to sleep. When she's tired, she'll sleep. And, you know, I'm thinking maybe that's the way to go. But then I'm thinking, then they might just become like me, to never be able to sleep because I'm always awake. So I'm not sure that that's the way to go. I think, you know, it might be nice for kids to have a routine. But, you know, we all do things differently, and if it works for her. But, I mean, her kid also falls asleep quite early. I mean, so obviously her kid is more sleepy than mine. Mine, she doesn't go to sleep unless she's being told and told and told and told. So even sometimes when she's in there and all the lights are off and everything, then I can hear her talking to herself or singing to her teddy bears or something, because she's just not going to sleep. So, you know, maybe I should just stop telling her to go to bed and just wait until she's naturally tired and see how that works out. I think it will probably be horrible and she will never be able to get up in the morning. I don't know, but, you know, maybe that's what it takes. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. I'm running out of ideas of how to fix it, because you can't force it. I mean, you can't force anybody to sleep. Exactly. Hi, Kat. Yeah, Julie. The great relaxation is to color Weirdie a day. It's to de-stress. Jamen, så sig godnat til Bessie, men det er så også sidste gang, du løber rundt, ikke? Ikke? Ja. Men så lukker jeg altså de der døre, den der og den anden dør, fordi Bessie råber det. Jeg gider ikke at høre på det råberi.
Jeg har lidt ondt i siden, så skulle vi høre det sygt.
Du ondt i siden? Hvordan har du fået ondt i siden? Nej.
Jamen, sidestik, men jeg har ikke lidt
Sidestik? Hvordan kan du få sidestik?
Det ved jeg ikke, for jeg har ikke lidt ondt.
Nej. Måske det er alt det mad, vi har spist.
Ja, for jeg har spist 2 kilo.
Nå, nej, men jeg tænker på alt det mad her i eftermiddags.
Ja.
Buffeten. Altså, jeg kan stadigvæk mærke min mave. Den er fyldt med mad. Meget fyldt med mad.
Og det så jeg går selv til igen for en sekund.
Jamen, det er fint. Bare I lukker de der døre. Ikke? Det synes jeg ville være rigtig rart.
Er det ikke sjovt, at jeg lige vågner, når du virkelig
Ved du hvad? Det tror jeg ikke går. Det... Kæft, mand. Fucking hell. Sorry. Okay, well, I'm ready. I just had to count to like 100 in my head before it. There was imminent danger of me exploding. So I had to count. No, she just wants to continue to read. My God, I was close to the exploding point. Ah. So, I guess you could all hear how slurred my dad's voice was. I hate it. I don't know how many days in a row now that he's been drunk every day. I mean, I'm sick of that shit. And it really makes me angry. Really annoys the fuck out of me. Sorry about being annoyed, but it really does. I mean, I really think it's unacceptable. It's really unacceptable. There's nothing I can really do about it, is there? Nothing I can fucking do about it. I can just hope and pray that I win in the fucking lotto so I can move and then he can be drunk the rest of his life without me and Victoria here. I don't care. I'm just sick of seeing him like not being able to talk. It's embarrassing. Nu skal du bare gå i seng. Nå. Så nu er du våd. Og det var da ikke sjovt. Nej. Så ja. This is a lovely one. This is the orange. It does look like very red when you put it on, but when it dries up, it just becomes perfect orange. Perfect dark orange. So this is lovely, isn't it? So yeah. So now I have to sort of figure out where I start this. So I think actually I'm gonna start it here. So I'm just gonna backtrack that one from the green. So I'm gonna do the yellow just to get this going. I'm gonna do the yellow here because that fits in the sequence of the green one there. That's pretty nice. Putting this one back, taking the darker yellow, and then we'll be up to date on that one in a jiffy. have that flow started. So yeah, then we've got that updated here. So that's great. It was so slurred that he could hardly even speak. I try to make myself patient. I try. But sometimes it's very difficult. It can be a real test to not explode at times, but I can't explode because my daughter gets scared if I do explode, so that would not be nice. So I have to sort of keep myself in check a bit. And I try, even though it can be very, very hard. But there's definitely a reason why he feels bad every day. It's because he gets wasted every day, every afternoon, or at least the last many days in a row. I haven't seen him sober, except for when he gets up, if he, like in the afternoon. And I haven't really noticed because he isn't drinking beers. Normally when he's drinking beers, he's walking back and forth and I see it, but he's been drinking wine. And so he's headed in his room. So I haven't noticed how much it actually was, but I can see it when he comes through and he almost can't walk and can't talk. Then that's not very nice. And especially not when my daughter is around. Then I think, then it might be just nicer if he just stays with himself. Hi, Candice. If he just stays in his own room, then it's fine. That way she doesn't have to see him in that state. Because it's not a very pretty state, is it? So we're going to go with this. I mean, for me, he can do whatever he wants. It's not about that. It's just about the exposure and the smell. I hate the smell. I mean, it's not like I drink wine. I mean, I have my glass of red wine here. It's not, I'm not a prude or anything like that. But I don't, I don't go crazy on it, I sort of control, and I drink my glass of red wine after she's been told to go to bed. And I mean, I haven't even taken a sip yet. I poured it when I was going to start the video, and it's been 1 hour and 13 minutes, 14 minutes that it's been standing there without me taking a sip. So, yeah. This is quite lovely. The colors are great. So, yeah, I think we're going to get a good result out of this one. A beautiful result. And that is important, that we get some awesome results. I'm gonna when we finish the one tomorrow, the 1st of February, I'm gonna make a look through my folder with all the ones that I did here in January, because it's really nice to see them in the folder. Actually, it looks really, really impressive. I think they look great. And the video I've been working on, where I'm putting them both ways next to each other, is also looking really good. It's going to be a long one because I have all the speed videos in it as well. I'm probably going to make a small, short version where you just see them side by side, because it's very enjoyable. It looks so good. Yeah, it really looks awesome, and I'll probably also upload them to the album. Now that I've made them, I mean, I have to make them on the last ones, but I'm like on with that, and I'll also have to work on those videos that I want to make. And I think they're gonna be great. I think they're really gonna be awesome. So yeah. This is gonna go down there. That's gonna go here. This one is gonna go. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. This is gonna be for after because there's gonna be something special going on in there. I think I need to do something special in those eyes, those hypnotic eyes. I'm gonna have some kind of effect there. Hello, Candice. Nice to see you. You just got in from the store. That sounds interesting. Did you buy something? So yeah. So now I'm gonna have a sip. I need it now, I think, to sort of like get me like that. Relax, chill, be calm. Kind of state. So yeah, we're up here with the wine red. So that fitted that I had my sip of wine with the wine red. Very good. And then Friday I have to go to that place. I actually read the letter now that I'm supposed to be there at 9 a.m. Oh. Yeah, well, I just have to go straight from taking Victoria to school. I have to go straight there and then have to see what they want. I don't like it at all. But I guess it's just gonna have to be like that. So this is looking good. Yeah. Oh, a rib dinner and supplies. Supplies. Well, rib dinner sounds good, but supplies also sound pretty good. Rib dinner. I like ribs. The only thing is I can never find good ribs in the supermarket here, like really good juicy ones. What you know, in Spain I made ribs a lot, but they were I don't find the same kind of ribs here. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Or maybe it's just that the supermarkets here are horribly boring and they have so little to choose from. Really, so it's like every time it's fewer and fewer cuts and less interesting cuts. And they tend to cut off all the fat because people are so scared from fat. But what gives a really good juicy taste if you're making a roast or something is the fat. You know, that's what makes the great tasting sauces and everything. So, you know, I'm sick of that they do that. It really bugs me. It bugs me. There's no reason to be scared of fat if you eat correctly and you sort of, you know, like eat varied foods and also eat your veggies, and you know, there's no reason to be scared of it. It's just don't go overboard in the wrong kind of fats. But you know, yeah, people are hysteric on the fat issue. I'm not. I'm not, definitely not. I don't think there's anything to be hysteric about. I actually think that it's worse when it's all that healthy, because that also creates issues. So I just like to keep it varied. It's not that I'm not making healthy food. I make healthy food, but I'm not scared of fat or using things with the fat inside. I actually think that that is pretty nice. Um, so this is looking good. It's developing nicely. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to color a bit with these for a couple of drawings, and then maybe, you know, switch it up with another sequence tomorrow, or do some chameleons as well. So because now I did quite a few days with the new touch markers, so I think switching it up a bit is nice too. You don't want to see the same ones all the time. And it actually been some time since I used the chameleons. Maybe I should take in some colored pencils, but yeah, I want to make some so that I have some speed videos, like a nice list of speed videos to send in that email, both to the ones who make the style file and to the chameleons, so that they can see that I've done quite a few with their markers. So hopefully they will be happy with that. So we got that going. Oh no, I forgot about it down here. Almost a little bit too fast there. So yeah, they're working well together, these colors. Oh, he didn't make it to them. Ah, sorry about that. Maybe if he goes another time, he will make it. But actually, I'm thinking that you know, like we were talking about the tiger markers being cheap, but those touch 5 markers are actually way cheaper. If you calculate it, you get more for the money, so that's actually cheaper. So that's a cheaper backup. I'm definitely gonna use it as a cheap backup because they're even cheaper than my tiger markers. So that is pretty good. I'm happy I discovered that. Anything that's cheap and works is good for me. Um, and there are more colors in the touch set. There's 80, but of course, yeah, 24 of them or something like that. It's grays. So, but that still leaves like 55 or something like that. So it's not a bad deal at all. I mean, I think I'm gonna, at some point, I'm gonna do one that is all in grays because it can be really effectful as well. Just let's stop shouting off.
Kom nu, lille skat.
Ligger du der til at sove, Victoria?
Sådan.
Yeah. Well, let's hope he goes to sleep. At least he'll sleep it off. That is nice. That's nice, Anne. That's great. To Kobik. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. To start on one Weirdie down and then just move up in all the colors. That would be so awesome. That would be, yeah, that would be so cool. Yeah. But I think, you know, if I get the style file in as official sponsors, and maybe the chameleons as well, where I can write that they're official sponsors, then the other companies will be way more interested in also coming in. I hope. Or if I can get one of the Color Weirdie a Day videos go viral, then they will be very interested. That's usually what it takes for them to be very interested in sponsoring. If you get a viral video that attracts a lot of attention and is shared a lot of places, so feel free to sort of like share my videos to Board Panda or something. If you get a viral one, then there's a big chance that you can attract them like bees to honey, or what's called sugar to flies, or whatever. I don't know what the saying is. I don't remember it right now. So let's see, maybe, but you know, little by little. We've only been not even a month in. We're almost done with the first month. It takes time to let it spread like rings in the water. And everything is helping, you know, all of you guys with the colors that you make, and if you share them on the different coloring groups once you colored, and just say Color Weirdie a Day. And I made a tag. I mean, everything I do with the Color Weirdie, I just tag it Color Weirdie a Day in one line, in one word, Color Weirdie a Day. That's a tag I'm using on all the videos and everything. And then I'm hoping, you know, that might help the visibility of the project, to get that out there. That is interesting, because mine, I ordered on the 22nd and they were here the 24th. That was crazy. And I had just, it was estimated that they would come sometime in March. And I got mine in 2 days. It was like crazy, crazy. I've never seen anything like it. 2 days, all the way from China. That's like madness. Total madness. It's very, very fast. This is lovely. Lovely, lovely. It is so lovely. Lovely, lovely. It is so good. Yeah, I was really, really surprised with that, because usually when it's estimated to take that long, usually it takes even longer. And from China, you never know. I mean, you never know how long. And then it's just 2 days. I was just like, what happened? And they were using a service, a delivery service that I never heard about before, TNT. Normally it's UPS or DHL. This one was called TNT. It was just, I mean, they must have put it on a plane the same time that I ordered almost. It was like crazy how fast it came. And I didn't do anything with like express ordering or anything. I chose the cheapest standard method of shipping. And it was like crazy. Very crazy. Guess I was just lucky. But sometimes you need to be lucky. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck in life. It's looking pretty good. Oh, it's quite warm here. I think soon I'll have to. Yeah, suffering. Maybe they are suffering from whiplash. That's why one of them exploded on me. That could be whiplash. That is cool. That's funny. The whiplash markers, and they sued the company. The markers that sued the company for damages and distress. It is developing nicely. And I also made some new Weirdies. Like, you know, we were chilling on sofa after all that food. And I was drawing. I did not sleep. I was drawing Weirdies. So even more new Weirdies for the next generation Weirdies. So they're coming along nicely. And we've got plenty of time. So and I'm already working on the covers. So that is cool. I made some more February Weirdies also. Made some with more hearts in them. So definitely gonna be funky. Just a few. I mean, it's not like the February next generation Weirdies are all gonna be heart ones. I don't want that. I want them to be Weirdies, but there'll be a few that have hearts in them. But there'll also be some on other months that have hearts in them. But of course, you know, like a few more in the... Oh, I don't remember what the vendor was called. I have no... I don't remember at all. It was on Amazon Germany. I don't remember what they were called. I'll have to look it up or something like that. I'll look it up and see if I can find it. And then I'll let you know. And yeah, the buffet was so nice. We arrived at exactly 3:30. So that's exactly half an hour before the price goes up to the evening buffet. But 3:30 is perfect because you can still take from the lunch buffet, and at 4 o'clock they start switching out all the courses with the evening buffet. So you get the whole benefit of the evening buffet. We stayed there until like 5:30 or something. We stayed there for a long time. We stayed there 2 hours, I think. So we got something both from the lunch one and from the evening one, but we paid for the lunch one. So that was perfect. I like that because, you know, that you pay for, it's, you know, you get noted on the time that you arrive, but not on how long you stay. So that is really good. That's my little trick of getting it even cheaper. That we just come there at that time and then we get it that much cheaper. I wish they would always have that half price from Monday to Thursday. Then we could go a little bit more because it's cheaper than actually buying food in the supermarket. Crazy but true. So yeah, you just get water for it, then it's definitely very, very cheap. But they do charge for the water as well. I understand, you know, I mean, they have to make the money somewhere. They're definitely not making it on the food. That's what a buffet is all about. So we gotta have this big one here. I haven't checked my messages, like not yesterday, not today, because I haven't had time. So I haven't been in, and I'm gonna be going through it as soon as I can with both the messages and all of your colored pieces. I just haven't really been on that much because I've been busy with Victoria, and then when I've been on, I've been making the videos and just doing everything that I needed to do. So I will be looking, so it's not that I just haven't had time yet. So I'll be looking through everything as soon as I can. Just been really, really hectic the last couple of days with with everything. Having to, It's also a bit more hectic when my dad is in this kind of, where it's every day that he's drunk, then it's a little bit more testing, you know, like I also get tired from it. The Monkey and Lion King. That's when it goes the other way or what? Chatstone via Amazon. Okay. Yeah. Now that we're at it, I think this is 30 euros I paid for the white ones and 28 euros for the black ones. I've been saying dollars, but I think it's actually euros because the German site is in euros. So I think it's actually in euros that I paid 30 and 28 for the black ones. Which I think is very cheap for that amount of markers, and that this turned out to be good quality. I was surprised at how good they are for that price. It was a really nice surprise. I'm just gonna stretch my back a bit. I could do with a really good back massage. And Joseph should practice on giving me back massages. I think he could be good at it. He has huge hands. He'll just have to, practice on controlling the strength of those hands. Because they're very strong. He just worked out. But he's always worked out. He used to be a basketball player, so working out is sort of, he used to be a professional basketball player, so he's working out is sort of a part of his life or his routine or something like that. He's quite fit. I don't work out. I never really did. Yeah, I did when I had the, I have a Stairmaster that I used to work on at home and watch a movie on it. But I can't use it anymore because of my lung capacity. So I can't use my beloved Stairmaster. I used to love to just stand on it and watch a whole movie, and it was just cool. But I can't do that anymore. I can't even stand on it for 2 minutes. I thought that I could work it up, but the thing is, like the doctor told me that I can't because I can't get what's gone in the lung capacity from the illness. I can't get back because it's scar tissue, so I can't do anything to get that. I lost 44% of my lung capacity, and that is scar tissue, so there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, that limits any kind of physical activity. That's also why I'm having issues with the washing, because I can get down the stairs with the clothes. I can carry it down the stairs. It's not that hard. I can do that, but I can't get up the stairs with it. I can't carry it up the stairs because I don't have the lung capacity. So I can't breathe when I do it. This is pretty darn annoying. And I really, really wish that I had a washing machine in the apartment. A washer dryer I would need because I can't hang it outside. In Spain, I just had a washer and I would hang it outside on the balcony and it would be dry in 20 minutes. But yeah, a washer dryer would really, really help in the department of having clean clothes here. Because I just can't get up the stairs with all the load. Which annoys me because I'm used to getting everything done, and it's just a thing I have to accept that I can't get done sometimes. And sometimes it's months where I can't get it done, especially if I at the same time have colds and stuff. And I had a long time where I had the asthma attack, so then it's just impossible. It would be nice if I could get everything down so that, that I would only have like very little to wash every time, and then just wash a little bit at a time. But it seems to pile up on me so that it's like mountains of it. And that's of course because I don't get down there. So yeah. Hi Chris, nice to see you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I know what you mean because I used to be able to eat way more too. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Chris. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to get your feedback. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It's a big book. It's a huge book. There's so many hearts in there. Oh, you just made my day by telling me that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it was because I was suffering from tuberculosis, but I had been suffering from it. I didn't know I had it. And when they discovered it, I had had it for like so many years, so it had eaten up. I was actually pretty close to dying from it when it was discovered. Um, I'd had it. They think I've had it for so many years, and they were like, they thought it was incredible that I had been walking around with it and suffering from it for so long. And everybody was always telling me, "Ah, you're coughing so much because you're smoking and this and that and da 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 da." Always on me. And I thought it was because of, like air conditioning and all that kind of stuff. And it turns out that I was actually really, really sick. I just didn't know. I was in treatment for 6 months, where you have to take the treatment every day. If you miss one day, then you have to start over. Yeah, I was in the hospital, and I got in the hospital because I had to call the night doctor because I thought I was having a heart attack or something. Because all of a sudden I couldn't breathe down, and I was like sitting, and I went up to my dad, and Victoria was only like 1.5, 2 years old. I think, oh, she was 2, I think. And I went up to my dad's room and I said, I have to call. That was in the late evening, like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock or something like that. I said to him, I'm going to have to call an ambulance because I can't breathe down to, I can only breathe down to like where my neck ends. I can't breathe further down. So I have to call the night doctor, and I think, yeah, I had to tell him because I didn't know what was going to happen, if I was going to, I thought I was having a heart attack or a blood clot or something like that. And when I called them, they sent a heart doctor out immediately. And it was really short before he was here. And then when he measured my pulse and everything, he immediately called an ambulance, and then he left because he was just in between. And so he called an ambulance to come right away. So I had to pack up. I didn't pack anything. I just took my bag. And I went down to the street, smoking a cigarette, of course, standing outside my door, smoking a cigarette. I told my dad that I had to leave and he would have to get up with Victoria and all that. Yeah, I had to go up and knock on his door again to tell him that the doctor had been here and I had to go to the hospital. And it's funny that he didn't come in here and or go down with me or do anything. It's actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like interesting that he didn't take more of an interest in the fact that I was thinking I was having a heart attack and I might be fucking dying. With a 2-year-old here. Well, yeah, that's interesting. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking, fucking hell, he's an asshole. But goes to show, you never can tell. But I had to sort of like say to him that he would have to take care of Victoria in case I wasn't back, and I was really worried. And I didn't have any plan on staying at the hospital. I was planning on coming right back. Yeah, right. And the ambulance was coming with a full speed, like, and the sirens and everything. And I was standing next to the door smoking my cigarette. And they were running out of the ambulance with like one of those stretchers to lie down on, and running to the door. And I'm like looking at them, and I'm saying like, I think it's me you're here for. And they're like, what? Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of funny that I was standing there smoking, looking at them, thinking like, what the fuck? They're busy. And then I went to the hospital and they thought I was having like a blood clot in my lung. And they put me in the intensive watch unit. And then they started doing all kinds of tests and preparing me for that I would probably have to have an operation, because if I had a blood clot in the lung, they are afraid it would move up to my heart. And those tests turned out that I didn't have a blood clot. And then they didn't know, and then they took me down to some scans and did some scans, and then all of a sudden they put me up again on the ward, and then all of a sudden they came in spacesuits. I mean, literally fucking spacesuits, you know, like white plastic suits, and took me out of that intensive watch unit where there were a lot of other people lying that were sick. And they took me out of there and they put me in a room where I was all alone, and they told me I wasn't allowed to go outside of the room. But they didn't tell me anything. They just did that. And then I really freaked out, no? Because they were wearing masks and shit. So I was just sitting there, like, trying to call Victoria's dad in Spain, and he, of course, did not answer the phone. Fucking idiot. It's like something that really annoys me. If I hear somebody who has children saying, oh, but I turn off my phone when I don't want to get calls. If you have kids, even though that they're with the other parent and you're divorced and everything, if you have kids, you don't turn off your phone. You do not turn off your phone. No, you don't do that, because that's fucking irresponsible. Sorry for the language, but it pisses me off that people do that. I think that is so selfish, especially if you have kids. You do not do that. You don't turn off your phone. You answer your phone no matter what time it calls if you got kids. And you're not with your kids, then, you know, if something happens, you have your phone on. So I was trying to call him, and I couldn't get a hold of him because he didn't answer his phone. And then I was trying to call everybody else that I knew in Spain, because, you know, if something happened to me, he wouldn't be able to get a hold of anybody because he didn't have my dad's number. And, you know, if something happened to me, what was going to happen to Victoria? My dad can't take care of her. And, you know, I was really, really worried. So, yeah, I was calling everybody in the whole world to try to find somebody to take care of Victoria. And I didn't sleep that night because I was too worried. I couldn't sleep. I was like, and I was afraid to cough, because if I coughed, it felt like my heart was exploding or something. And the next morning they came in and they said that they thought I had tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is something that you don't get in Denmark, so I must have gotten it in Spain somewhere. Because in Denmark it just doesn't exist. We don't even make the vaccine for it anymore, because it has been like something that nobody has had for years and years. It was, but it's coming back now, because we have a lot of immigration from Eastern Europe. Good night, Christina. Yeah, so but you don't get the tuberculosis from smoking. It's an airborne bacteria, and it has nothing to do with smoking. And actually, you know, the doctor thought that the smoking probably had helped me. Anyways, they sent me to another hospital where there is the lung specialty ward, and they put me on immediate medication and everything. And then, you know, I told them, well, you know, I have a daughter that's 2 years old. I can't just sit here, you know, I mean, I can't be here. I don't have time to hang out with you guys. I have to go. And they were like, well, she will have to go to the hospital, because chances are that she's born with it, with the bacteria inside, not active, but with the bacteria in her blood, because you've had it for a lot of years. We can see on the damage in your lungs that you must have had it for a really, really long time. And that they thought that it was crazy that I hadn't, you know, that I was walking around with it. But I had just gotten used to being sick always. And they were like, no, but we can't let you go. You have to be in the hospital for this. It's very important. And I was like, no, because I will take the medicine, but I need to go and take care of my daughter. I can't stay here. So they made a deal with me that if I could, sort of, there was this blowing thing that you also use for asthma, that if I could blow that up to a certain level, then I could leave the hospital. Because I think they could see that I was not like somebody who wouldn't take the medicine, that I would take care of it, and they understood that I didn't have anybody to take care of my daughter. So I couldn't smoke on the hospital area. I had to walk all the way outside of the hospital area in order to smoke, and it was a winter time, so it wasn't really funny. But I did. Probably wasn't supposed to do that, but I did. And the smoking helped me to get up to the fact that I could actually blow up that one to the point where it was supposed to get to. And then they had to let me go because they promised. And I went from the one hospital in the one end with all the buses to a hospital in the other end where my dad was sitting with my daughter, because they had come and pick him up in an ambulance to take him to the children's hospital where they treat this. But they were being really rude. They had been there the whole day, not getting anything to eat and not taking any tests or doing anything. They'd just been sitting in a room without anything. So I went ballistic on them. And the nurse was really rude. She was like, oh, but you can't be out here on the ward. You have to be in the room. And then I said, you know what? If you don't do something right now, or send us home, order a cab or something for us, then I'll take off the fucking thing I have around my mouth and I'll start coughing on you. Then she made a voucher for a taxi, and we went home because they weren't going to do anything. They were just sitting there. And then I went back to the hospital, and then they wanted to take like a big needle and take tests from her stomach. And I was like, no fucking way. Then I called the head doctor of the lung department in the hospital where I was, because I was supposed to go there, and I brought my daughter, and I told him what happened in the children's hospital, and he said that's crazy, and he only normally on that ward in that hospital they only have adults, and he said that you're not going back there. And he called them right away while I was sitting there. He called them on the phone, and he said that he would take care of her in the adult ward, in the adult hospital, and to sign her out of the system in the children's hospital, because she would be connected only to the adult hospital, and they would be taking care of her treatment. So that was really good. He was a very good doctor, a very nice one. He was the chief of the lung department. I had some good conversations with him. He was a really nice, realistic doctor. And he said there's no reason to make those tests, because of course she's born with it, and she's not sick now, but when she has it in her blood, then she can become sick from it later. So that's why we have to do the preventive medicine for her for 6 months, just as you're getting the medicine to stop it. Then she will have to have the preventive medicine, and there's no reason to do a really invasive examination to confirm something that we already know, because it's just going to hurt her and be really traumatic, and that's sick. There's no reason to do that. So I think that he made sense to me, and yeah, so that's how that happened. And then they also went to test all the kids in the nursery home, and to explain to the personnel and everybody in the nursery thing where she was going, that kids don't, you know, they don't. If they're just carrying the bacteria, they are not contagious. Um, but they did test all the kids just, you know, to be sure, like, you know, did something. I don't know what they did. And sort of like explained to them that it was okay that Victoria came to the nursery home, even though that she was in a treatment and everything. So yeah, so that's the kind of thing. And then went through 6 months of the treatment. That was, but you know, already after 4 days of treatment, my coughing stopped, and I mean, I was used to coughing constantly, heavily, for so many years. That it was just a part of my, you know, I thought it was normal. And after 4 days, I could breathe again, and I felt normal. I could like breathe, and I didn't cough. I could walk without coughing and everything. It was crazy. It was like a total different person in 4 days of treatment. It was, yeah, really that effective. Yeah. So that was my little tuberculosis story. Oh, Beth, that sounds really hard. Ooh, Carol. Wow. Oh shit, Carol. Wow, that's hard. That's really hard. Sorry to hear that. And I know it's gonna be better because it's always like you said, it's for the rest of your life. That is really hard. I think I've been lucky that I haven't been sick very much. That the only thing I really had was that tuberculosis so far, um, and that went away. So now I can't even get it anymore. So I think that that's pretty cool. It's gone forever. Um, but it's hard to have something as permanent where you just know that you all the time have to go through it. It's really hard. Oh, I forgot something. So that was the dark one. So I have to backtrack here. Sorry about that. I was caught up in my telling of my illness. Yeah, that one's here. And then it's this one. Yeah. I actually think I want to start this one now. I want to start with a little green here and here. And we're gonna move on to this one. And here. So yeah, it's horrible to be sick. It's no fun. But I guess we all kind of get through those things in life, one way or the other. Not that it's fun or nice or anything. It's just you get through it, and sort of you have to live through it, which is not really fun all the time. But at least I can say that I don't have it anymore, and I don't have to worry about ever getting it again, and that's my luck. It would be really hard to have something that's constant. It was a nightmare, but at least it's over, and it helped really fast. Yes, chronic conditions are really, really hard, Rose. It must be really hard. Okay, Heather. I hope everything goes well with your husband's MRI. Yeah, PTSD is hard. But I think surgery is worse. I wouldn't want to go through surgery. Oh. I hope your hubby gets good news too. Giant bear hugs all around. Yes, Heather. Yeah. I think we're actually quite a lot who suffer from PTSD. Yeah, you're right. People have a very hard time handling the reality. Everybody, when I was sick with the tuberculosis and in the treatment, everybody shunned me like I was poison or something, instead of trying to help and give a hand or something like that. Then it was sort of like they just tried to avoid me. It's funny. It's so funny how people react sometimes. But it's not really funny, it's actually fucking sad. But, sometimes people don't want to see the reality. They want to live in their bubble of how they wish things were. And when that bubble bursts, then they don't really know what to do about it. And they do have a tendency to shun you when you're sick. I mean, even my dad did. He just totally ignored it. Totally ignored the fact that I was sick. Victoria's dad came to visit after I got well, like a long time after. He wasn't here for a long, long time. He knew I was sick, and he actually also knew that I needed help with Victoria. And then he came like a year after, just to visit. And he told me, like, one day we went out to play billiards, and he got a few beers, and then he said he felt really bad that he hadn't come to help with Victoria while I was sick. And I said, yeah, that's nice that you feel bad about it now, but it doesn't really help, does it? I mean, I needed help at that time. Yeah, I really needed help because the medicine made me so tired that I fell asleep all the time. I was actually more or less, I got up in the morning with Victoria to get her ready and get her breakfast and take the medicine and give her hers and take my medicine. And then my dad would take her to the nursery home and I would go straight to bed. That means that I had a little bit for breakfast to take the pills with. And then I would get out of bed again at 5 o'clock in the afternoon when she came home. he would pick her up at the nursery because, you know, they didn't want me there, even though that I wasn't contagious. They just didn't want me to come because they were afraid that the other parents would complain or something like that. Um, so then I would just be up with her, make dinner for her, and then get her to bed and, you know, bathe or whatever she needed to do, and then I'd go to bed again. So I actually spent 6 months of my life just more or less only being awake an hour in the morning and maybe 2 or 3 hours in the evening. That was it. The rest of the time I was sleeping. But I also didn't really get anything to eat because I didn't have any appetite. And since nobody was taking care of me, nobody really made me eat, you know? I mean, if I had been my dad, I would have made damn well sure that my daughter was getting something to eat, but he just let me lie in my room and he totally ignored that I was there. So that was sort of his way of handling it. So I guess we know what's going to happen when he gets really sick. No, of course not. I'm not like that. I'm not a vindictive bitch. I could be, but I'm not. I take care of him when he's not feeling well, and I try to help him, and I cook for him and everything, you know. But, you know, I just think that he's never, like, been, you know, he's not associating to people. I don't think he's ever really tried that in a real way. So I guess he's just different. And he lives in his own little world. So he's just not quite normal, I guess. But okay. We don't all have to be normal. Bye. Well, Carol, at least, you know, now you have me and everybody else as friends. So even though that we're not really there, we are still there. So I hope that helps a little bit. And if you have to go to the hospital, I guess you can bring us. If you can bring like a laptop or tablet or even the mobile, you can somehow get us to come along with you. That's the nice part, that we're not just coloring here, we're also getting to know each other, and then we can maybe better support each other and help each other with our friendships, even though that we might be in different parts of the world and far away from each other. Then it actually feels like that you're a little bit closer because we can interact in this way and communicate. So in that way, you know, Facebook and the internet, well, generally the internet makes the world smaller so that we can be there more for each other across nations and seas and everything. So that is kind of a neat thing. I mean, I think really in December we had a great time. I mean, it was my best December for a lot of years. Went so fast and I had such a great time with everyone. Every day, it was just really great. And now with the Weirdie day, it's even better. So I think that things are looking up. I don't sit alone in the evenings, and I can speak adult. I haven't been speaking adult for years because, I mean, I only really speak with Victoria. Well, now I have Joseph, but that's a new thing. I met him in the end of August. So that's sort of a new thing. I do speak adult with him, or at least I try. He is an adult. But sometimes he's too alpha male in what he says, so that's kind of funny. Yeah, this looks good. No picnic, no. Yeah, exactly. People don't understand if you're sick. It's sort of like they think you're contagious or something. They think, oh no, if I relate to a sick person, then I'll get sick too. Which is totally crap. Oh my god, that's horrible, Chris. And he was never a good boyfriend. Yeah, hindsight. Yeah, a pet is a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, some men have really problems with that. That's great, Carol. I feel like you're all my friends too. Like a part of, we are having a little family here, a little Weirdie family. We're all Weirdies. Yeah, I think December was perfect. So we'll just have to make next December just as perfect. Oh, kidney failure, that's hard too. 3 times dialysis. Oh, it's really hard. Yeah, with your cat and a boyfriend. We're not allowed to have animals here, so I'll have to make do with a boyfriend. No animals allowed in the building. So I will have to, like, just have a boyfriend. Otherwise, I'd rather have a dog or a cat. I've had cats and dogs. I miss my doggy. He was the best doggy. He was my best friend ever. He saved my life once, but that's a story for another day. That's a long and sad one, so that one I'm not going to get into. We've had enough of the illness today, so we don't need any more sad stories. But my dog, he was my best friend for a lot of years, but he's dead. Uh, and that happens. That's the worst part about having an animal, because you just love them to pieces. And when they're gone, it's just so sad. It's so sad that because they give you so much love and you feel so much love for them. So when they go away and they leave you, they're just in your heart. You can't let go. Wow. This is developing nicely. I think we're gonna have. I mean, when I look in the album now that I got them in the plastic things, so it just feels so good to see them. You can like flip through and just enjoy every single one. Kan du lægge dig til at sove? Okay, another bathroom, they said. And now it's a 1:45 here. So yeah, same time as yesterday. She can't sleep. I mean, this is just impossible. She's just as bad as I am. Maybe it's my fault. Probably is. But I don't know how to do anything about it. I tried to read some books about it, about how to get kids to sleep. But that was when she was younger. That doesn't really work now. Because I also tried like a relaxation app. But in Danish, I found one in Danish. It is sort of helping you to fall asleep, but it's not working on her. But also, I mean, she gets migraines from people who do yoga. She hates that. They tried to do yoga in the school with the kids, and Victoria was just like, I really hate it. I don't want to be there. I get migraines from it. That's great, Kat. We need more weirdies. We need weirdies. So we're back to the wine red. Let's see. I'm gonna go in here for a little hypnotic eye. Taking my time with it, but it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna see him on this side as well. He is developing slowly but surely. Our Mr. Hypnotic Disney Monkey. Was it Disney Monkey? Is becoming more and more colored. It's becoming a rainbow monkey. A happy camper. We'll have to try to do some t-shirts with some text on them as well. I did some last year with the first color I did of the Weirdies. I did a few things, a Pride Ride ones, and yeah, they were sort of rainbow quotes, and they were pretty cool. But now I have a whole new collection and much more, and they're gonna be really cool. I think it's becoming very nice here. And there's so many colors, but it's also a biggie. I don't even have the first one of February. I don't have it printed yet, so I can't show you. I can only show you the one for tomorrow. I'll make sure that tomorrow I have at least the first ones of February colored, printed, so that I can show you the next 2 days. I usually have a little pre-showing of the next 2 days, but I can't do that with the February ones because I didn't print them yet. I should have thought about that today, but I didn't. So sorry about that. I mean, I could probably just print it now. I could do that. I could print it quickly. But then I'd have to go to the other computer and print it. Because that's the one that's connected to the printer, and that's also connected to my hard disks and everything. The laptop is not connected. It's only connected to the internet. And then I can airdrop onto it if I want to. But I try to have nothing on it so that it doesn't suffer, because it's very weak, because I overworked it and it almost burned down. So I'm only using it to shoot the videos, because where I have the other one, there's no room to actually set up the camera and sit and work in front of it. So I have the laptop on my coloring table, so that I'm using it specifically just for that. Oh, somebody else is sneezing as well. Victoria's sneezy Reezy. So this is also quite nice. It is looking good, huh? Weirdie addicted. Yeah, you can actually see it because I made that album with the February banners, so you can see it there. What's coming, and I will be uploading now when I finish. Then I will be uploading the one for the 1st of February on the PayHip. So there's gonna be a chance there to see it, and tomorrow I'll print them. I will print a couple of them because I want to wait and see if I get that paper, because I would like to try to print someone on that 200-gram paper, but I didn't. They sent me that message with a change of delivery date. There was no delivery date stated, which is kind of odd. And I should have called them, but of course I didn't get that done either. And really, it's because there's always so many things I have to remember to do. So some of those things slip, especially if it involves calling someone. Because I really don't like talking on the phone. I can talk on Skype, but I really hate the phone because I hate holding up the phone to my ear. It really annoys me. I don't know. It always annoyed me. I always was really bad on talking on the phone. I lose concentration on it very fast. And that's the last one here. This one will be going on there. And then one of those. But this one is a big one, so it's taken so far almost 2.5 hours. That's also because I'm talking. I mean, but it's also nice that we can talk while coloring about everything. But yeah, when I had that tuberculosis, it was really scary for me. But it passed, and I'm lucky that it did, that it wasn't something more permanent. And I think I'm lucky that it was discovered when it was discovered. So I'm happy. So we have this and this and that. It's like this and like that, yeah. This is lovely. It's lovely. So this one will go down here. Then making a little bit bigger section there with this purple. I need to take it down a little bit further. So I mean, there's need It's very neat. Next purple. Next purple. But it's good to be weird addicted. It's good to be weird addicted. It's the same with the crazy dollars. Some people got crazy addicted with those. Get crazy addicted. I actually also have more of those, so those will be going on for cover coloring on the Patreon as well. I think I have the next one. I think of crazy dollars to get crazy addicted. I have that. There's more and more coming on for that Patreon. We'll be coloring a lot there, but it's great that I got it made because it sort of gives me a kick in the butt to get those colorings done that I need to get done for the books, and then I get them done in a more fun way, and I actually get them done because sometimes I forget. That's why, you know, I had the Mandala 2 and the Weirdie Dallas 3 for like over a year in a folder because I didn't get around to coloring. So now I'm getting around to doing it, and that helps a lot on getting things ready. So I'm happy that I got it started and got it going. Some things are just more fun to do with company, and I found out when I started in December with coloring live, it was way more fun than just to color and scan, which is kind of a very boring, very solitude thing. So doing it like this is like I'm doing it with everybody. Bye, Rose. See you tomorrow. Have a nice evening. It was nice seeing you here with us. It was a fun. So, yeah. Next color, next color, next. I think we are getting closer. I could use the blender in between. I do have the blender, but I don't think I need it. I'm just making it like this. That is a blender. It comes with these sets, but I'm not really using it, so. This is gonna be lovely. It's gonna be really lovely. There's so many lines and so much going on with it. So yeah. I just have to do a few things when I finish, and then I'm gonna go sleepy Will, because now it's 12 a.m. It's midnight, and it's 6:30. We have to get up and go to that breakfast at school. It's the last day in her class because tomorrow we're gonna be designated new classes. It's gonna be a big thing, and she's so scared that she's gonna get different teachers and who she's gonna be in the class with and everything. So I'm just hoping, I'm just keeping my everything crossed that, you know, I think it will turn out fine. I think she will be fine with it. And she'll just get to know more people. And I know it's traumatic when you're that little and this is the class you've been in and these are the people you've been with for the last 3 years, and all of a sudden everything is changing. Your whole like foundation is changing. But I'm sure that the teachers know the kids so well, so they will know which ones to put together. I'm quite certain of that it will be all right. It will be all right. Yeah, everything will be all right. This is a long one. It's 2 hours and 36 minutes. Well, it's not going to move into the 4-hour point because we don't have that much left. So there's no worry. Actually, we don't have that worry on the pay hip because there I can actually do 8 hours straight if I want to. Because the cap on that video from YouTube is 8 hours. And of course those videos are not really gathering a lot with views because they're only available to the Patreons. So they don't, they're not on any playlists or anything that is available. So, but the speed videos are from there, the speed colorings, the ones I make after, they are up there, so they will get seen. And they will also be tagged with whatever I colored with. So that's a good thing too. So it's developing slowly but surely. We're getting there. And like I said, yes, it will take longer because I had just that one starting point in there instead of having like 4 or 5 starting points. When I have 4 or 5 starting points, it would develop faster. But sometimes it's nice to just take your time and enjoy the process and see how it spans out. I think that's a good thing. There's no rush. But I don't have a rush because if I'm gonna do it, then I'm gonna take the time that it takes and do it right. Otherwise, it's no fun. Otherwise, it's no fun at all if you try to rush it. It's just lovely. Yeah, it's developing nicely. And then we get this one going. It's just gonna go here and the eyes. It's gonna go in there. Yeah, looking good. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on Friday when I have to go there. To that new place. I really hate the fact it's going to be 9 o'clock. I'm not going to really have time to get, and already on Friday I'm not going to have the time to sort of like get my head around it, but I guess it'll be okay. I'll just have to try to jump in. I really hate the place where it's located, so it's not really gonna help me. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there at all. I think that the nice thing with the Weirdies is the way that you can just, there is, you can just do whatever you feel like with the colors. You can use whichever colors you like. There's no feeling that you have to use a specific color for something. It's all up to what you feel like using, and I do like that. That's like one of my favorite things, and that's one of the things that I try to work towards in most of what I do, is that there is no real color scheme that you should, there's no expectations of the colors. It's the same with the twisters. It doesn't matter what you use. It's just all up to your creativity and your or feeling at the moment. And even in a magic world where you actually have specific animals and stuff, then the drawings are so out there and a bit twisted or a bit different that you can easily just play it totally differently, than going with what is expected of a lion. You can make a fucking rainbow lion. Oh, sorry, I said that word again. You can make a rainbow lion if you want. You can make a purple giraffe if you want. Because they are like different and very imaginative. It's not. It's an imaginary world. That's why it's called the magic world. So you can really just go out and blow it. See you tomorrow. Exactly, a rainbow owl. Just to like think out, like a rainbow zebra is pretty cool too. I have so many, that is true. I mean, because there's a lot of them that I would like to do a couple of times, but I don't have the time. But maybe one day I will. Maybe one day I won't be able to draw anymore. I hope not, but you never know, but I do have a lot. I mean, to think that I actually published 85 books now of my own, and in the Patreon we got 12 plus 2 plus another 2, that's 16, that's 4, that's 20, and there's at least another 4, that's at least 24 that I'm needing to color for covers. So that's at least that is coming up. I mean, I think within this year I will have more than 100 books up that are mine, that I drew. So yeah, I'm a very I'm what you call a very productive artist. Some artists produce very little. I always have been very productive. I've always been creating a lot because I work a lot. It's not that I don't spend time on what I'm doing. I'm just working a lot more than maybe other people are, because I tend to be full on for 16 to 18 hours a day. I don't sit down and watch a movie. I sit down and watch a movie and draw. I always do something at the same time, so I don't take breaks. I don't boyfriend says, no, but you should just, maybe work 5 hours a day and then relax the rest of the time. And I'm like, but I'm not like that. I can't do that. I mean, for me, it's my life. when I'm not, you know, online, then I'm drawing. It's like, you know, I can't sit and watch a movie without drawing as well, or watch X Factor, or just like, you know, I'll sit and I'll have dinner, and as soon as I'm finished with the dinner, I'll be drawing. Before I even take anything out of the table, I'll already be drawing. So for me, it's sort of a 24/7 thing. If I'm awake, then I'm doing something. It's very rarely that I do nothing. I only do nothing, yeah, when I'm actually, you know, if I'm eating, sleeping. But when I'm sleeping, then my mind is working. Then my mind is making plans for stuff. And yeah, I think, you know, it's just the way I am. It's just the way that I was, you know, designed. I think that I'll go with, no, actually, I think I'll go with the darker yellow because I got the light yellow here. So I think that the darker yellow would be good for going here. Because that's the next in line. The one that we just used. So that means that I am a very productive person, and sometimes I'll probably take, you know, some time where I'm not as much online, and when I'm not that, then I'm drawing. Then it's because I'm in a mode with drawing something special or something like that. So yeah, you can always expect that I will be productive because that's just the way I am. I'm best at generating ideas, and then I'm great at leading and directing. I'm great at project management and things like that, because I'm great at having a good big overview of a lot of things at the same time. I'm really good at that. I'm good at having a lot of different things going and be able to have an overview of all of them. That's one of the things that I'm really great at. That's why I work well as a project manager or in any management, where there's a lot of different elements that has to be fitted together. I'm very good at that. I always was good at having a big overview. Problem is that I always created bigger and bigger and bigger. I always kind of seem to push myself to the limit. So sometimes I crash because I put too much on myself. But usually I don't put, you know, usually it works out. But it can sometimes go a little bit wrong because sometimes I'll just push myself too hard or put too many things on. But I think I'm getting better at sorting things out and saying what is the most important to do right now and what can wait. You know, I'm getting a lot better at that, at handling that challenge. I did it really well in my work, but that's different than in my art. I didn't do it so well with Global Doodle Gems because I did way too much. I had way too much ambition on my how much I could do. But you know, I realized it and I've remedied it, and now I've, you know, said, okay, so now I'm gonna just take the focus away a bit, do something that is mine, and get back to who I am. And I think that that's working out for me. And that will also prove to the other artists, if they look at what I'm doing, it will prove to them if you make a real effort, then you can also make a real difference. But you have to be prepared to make the effort. You know, a half-hearted effort is not enough. You have to really do it and really want it. So, yeah. we are getting close to getting this one done. It's been taking a long time. I thought, but if you compare it to the one I did today, then you can see that actually this one has bigger lines. So it didn't take as long. This one took, what, 2 hours and 5 minutes or something like that. Whereas this one so far is getting close to, it's 2 hours and 50 minutes now. So it's getting close to the 3 hours. And I think that that's pretty good. I never run out of ideas. It's like, you know, some people say, you know, like some artists say, oh, I've run dry, or I've hit a dry patch or something like that. When you do that, you just continue. I mean, of course, I have times where I'm sitting with a piece of paper and I'm going crazy, you know, because everything I put on the piece of paper, I crumble up and I throw over my back, but I just continue. Or I start creating something else, doing something else. But since I have so many different things that I do, you know, like Imagine World is totally different from everything else. Twisters are different, you know, like I have different styles, and if I'm really stuck, then I can do a twister because they're sort of ingrown in my hands. They're sort of a part of me, and then I'll move on from the block. You know, it's about working with yourself and working with finding out what helps you get out of the block if you're blocked. So I think that, yeah. It also is because some people limit themselves to not go outside of their comfort zone, maybe. But I don't know, I don't really have blocks. I work through the blocks. And I think also because I'm so productive, I get fewer blocks than maybe others do get, you know. Because I always have something else that I'm working on as well. So I'll just move to that. If for instance, I'm not feeling the weirdies, then maybe I'll make some mandalas, or maybe I'll make some twisters, or maybe I'll make something for Imagine World, or something like that. You know, I'll just go into another zone, or make some patterns, or, you know, get out and do something else. So yeah, we got all the colors on. And this is the final. And as you can see, the eyes are hypnotic. These swirly, hypnotic eyes. Hi, Patricia. Nice to see you. So yeah, you can see that there's a bit of a difference. But I think you can see in the new generation Weirdies, I think I'm better in the lines. I think my line work is even straighter. Or maybe I just had a great day when I did this one with the lines, whereas these are a little bit more jumpy. But everything develops. Everything always develops. So let's have a look at the Weirdie for tomorrow. And I'm sorry I didn't print the one for the 1st of February. This is the genie that escaped the bottle, with a little mummy in here, and a little ghost man in there, and an incognito here. So there's a lot to work on this one, definitely, and I think it's going to be fun tomorrow. It's always fun. So we will be getting there. And sorry that you just joined, Patricia. Yeah, that new one, it's gorgeous. I mean, I love it. It's just really gorgeous. It's got, I mean, it's not, I mean, it could look a little bit angry, but it's not an angry one. It's just a very fierce, intense looking one. But there are so many already. I already have like at least 12 on each month. So yeah, I'm about halfway, so over 1/3 of the new Weirdies I have already drawn, and and then they're stacking up. So I'll probably be done with the new Weirdies within 3 months. I think 3 to 4 months. If I keep on going at the pace I'm going now, then I think I will be done with the next 12 months set of Weirdies in 3 to 4 months. But okay, I will be going to visit you, Tine, and Victoria's aunt is coming from Ecuador also for 7 to 10 days. So in that time, then I probably won't get as much done because I'll have to be sort of showing them Copenhagen. So yeah, I'll have some downtime on actually working, and yeah, but it will be good. So I will be signing off in a second, and I will be updating the banners. I will be putting up the first Weirdie for February, and I'll be trying to put up the next 2 blogs that I have to put up. The next food blog I'll put up tomorrow, and then that's about it. Then I'll be sleeping because now it's almost it's 24 past 12, 24 past midnight. So it would be nice to go to bed really soon. I'm tired, and we are very close to 3 hours. So I'll be saying goodbye to everybody, and thank you for being here with me and interacting and talking and sharing our lives and our stories with each other. It's been a lovely evening as usual. I mean, I always have a great time, and I'm so happy that I made the decision to do this because I didn't know what was going to happen, and I'm very, very pleased that I did it because I think I'm getting a lot out of it, and I enjoy these evenings coloring with you guys and getting everything done. It's very very nice, and talking with you and getting to know you, and you guys getting to know me. It's very awesome. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, and I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a nice evening, and sleep well, Tina.